Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute mini triangle treat box. I want to give credit to fellow Australian demonstrator Tanya Bell for the idea. She shared a project like this on her blog back in 2015, and I pixified it a little bit, but I just fell in love with the box and had to share it with you. This is featuring the Share What You Loved Specialty Designer Series paper and the Butterfly Gala bundle. I love this, and we've got the sweet little sentiment on the back of the box. So let me show you how easy this is to make. We're going to start with a piece of the Share What You Loved Specialty Designer Series paper that measures 4 inches by 6 1/4 inches. Along the 4-inch side, we're going to score this at 1.5 inch from both sides, or you could just do 1.5 and 2.5. Then on the 6 1/4 inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 4, and 5 3/4. While we're on the 6 1/4 inch side, we're going to make little tick marks with the ball tip of our stylus. And we're going to do that at 1 3/8, 3 1/8, and 4 7/8. I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees and repeat the same tick marks. 1 3/8, 3 1/8, and 4 7/8. First, we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. I'm going to share the template with you. Okay, first we're going to start on this little section here, the hole punch and the rounding of the corners. And I'm going to use the detailed trio punch. I love this punch. The first that I'm going to use is this ribbon slot punch. And you'll notice on the front here, there is a line to help you line it up. So I'm going to place the 4-inch side of the paper in there, and I am lining up the center of this in between these two score lines. You can also eyeball the overhang here to see that it's centered. It does not have to be perfect, like so. So we've got those hole punches. Then I'm going to turn it to the corner rounding side, and I'm going to fold on each. We're going to do this again on the 4-inch side. I'm going to fold on these long vertical score lines and lining up this corner in the guide of the detailed trio punch. And I'm going to round the corner. I'm going to do that to the opposite side while I still have this folded. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other long vertical fold. Again, using that guide. Like so. So you're starting to see this take shape. Now I found that doing these rounded punches were much easier to line this up than if we were to cut away the paper first and then round the corners. Okay, next we're going to start to do some cutting. The first cuts I'm going to do is cut up right up these two vertical score lines, stopping at that horizontal score line to kind of loosen that tab there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right, so we've got those tabs loose now. Now, along the 6 1/4 inch side where we made those tick marks, we're going to cut on the diagonal from the tick mark to the intersection of the vertical and horizontal score lines. I'm going to actually eyeball this, but if you wanted to, you could take a ruler and a pencil and line up and make those pencil marks first before you cut those. So again, I'm going to eyeball it, and if it's easier to see your tick marks on one side of the paper versus the other, go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut from the tick mark to that intersection of the score line. We're going to be creating these little triangles here. Now they're equilateral triangles. It's going to help our box go together. I'm just going to continue to work my way down, cutting from the tick mark on the diagonal to the intersection of the score lines, and I'm going to work my way all the way around. Like so. That's starting to look like our template. Now on 2 of these triangles, on either the left or the right side, you can take your pick. If you have a different pattern where one side is prettier than the other, you'll want to round the edges on the less pretty side, if that makes sense. But I'm just going to bring the detailed trio punch back again, and this just helps the closure of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the punch, and I'm just going to round the corner. It's not going to be perfect, but it gives it just a little bit of a rounded edge there. And you'll see when we put it together how that helps. Like so. So this is going to be our back of our treat box. Okay, now it comes time to put this together, and you're going to be amazed at how easy it is. I'm going to grab my liquid multi-purpose glue. On the two opposite triangles that do not have the rounded edges, we're going to place liquid glue. And then I'm going to fold in these middle ones, and we're just going to basically line up those triangles like so, and press that into place. It's really cool because these are equilateral triangles, how nicely that lines up. And so here is how the box is going to close. This with the rounded ends is going to tuck right in, and that is the mechanism of the box. How cool is that? Now let's go ahead and decorate this. We're going to use the Butterfly Gala stamp set and the coordinating Butterfly Duet punch. I'm going to be using Early Espresso ink with this beautiful set of butterflies on petal pink cardstock. Then on a scrap piece of Whisper White, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, Hello Beautiful. While this large butterfly is on the paper, I'm just going to take my Wink of Stella and just kind of brush that over the stamp. Now you're going to have a little bit of ink bleeding because it's a water-based ink. Just do a little bit of that sparkle. And I'm going to come in with the Butterfly Duet punch. You can save this sweet butterfly for another project. And then I found it's easier to stamp the body of the butterfly after I've punched it out. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up like so. All right, let's put the butterfly to the side. Okay, we're going to cut out the sentiment, Hello Beautiful, using the rectangle stitched framelits. And it's the smallest rectangle in the bunch. Now this rectangle is a little bit too wide for the back of this box. I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to start by lining up this die cut to where the inside edge is right at the top of the word hello. And I'm going to run that through the Big Shot, like so. Then I'm going to line up the bottom inside edge of the die cut with the bottom of the F in Beautiful. And while I do that, I'm also feeling where the die is meeting up with the stitching, and it's going to kind of lock itself into place. I'm going to place that down. And you can see that those are not moving, so it's locked into place there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And then just like that, we have a perfectly framed sentiment with just a little bit of extra. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid glue, and I'm going to glue this to the back of our box. Now I chose the closure tab to be on the back because I liked this finished edge on the front. All right, so we're going to go ahead and line this up on the back like so. Okay, then let's go ahead and put our treats in the box first. I originally just had a Hershey's Nugget in this box. That fits perfectly in the bottom. And my team member Mulan, hey Mulan, asked if a Hershey's Kiss would fit on the top, and it sure does. Look how cute that is. So we got a Hershey's Nugget and a Hershey's Kiss. Fits perfectly in there. I mean, who wouldn't want 2 chocolates instead of 1? And then let's go ahead and take our butterfly, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a trio of rhinestones. We're going to start with the largest size, place that at the top, and then work our way down, then the medium, and then the small. Super pretty. I'm going to go ahead and bend this butterfly kind of around those rhinestones and also kind of form it backwards to give it a little bit of a 3D texture. Then I'm going to grab a trio of glue dots to place on the back. We don't want our butterfly going anywhere. Then I'm going to place that on the front of our box. Ooh, so cute. Now, to hold this together, I'm going to use the metallic ribbon combo pack. This is in the petal pink, and it's got a beautiful metallic texture to it. I'm just going to cut a piece that's about 4 inches. And then I'm going to do kind of a backwards support ribbon shape. So I've got it here. This is the back side, and I'm looping it like this. Then I'm going to feed the points of that through the back of the box. And then those ends back up through the loop and pull that tight, kind of like a Vera Bradley ribbon pull. Let's go ahead and trim off the excess there. And voila, there is our mini triangle treat box featuring the Butterfly Gala Suite and the Share What You Love Specialty Designer Series paper with a really sweet message on the back for the recipient. I love how this turned out. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. I have options to subscribe to both my monthly newsletter as well as my daily blog updates, and I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you'd like a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the ultimate bundle is the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, and I'd love to welcome you to my team of Paper Pixies. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, you can submit a catalog request at thepaperpixie.com/catalogs. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.